following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take him by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 106. You got the Nasdaq up 1. S&Ps are up 5.5. Gold contract down $5.50, trading at $12.4110. Silver down 15 cents. $15.82. Let's start right with that gold contract. So what do we have out here, folks? You get a Friday. Fridays are always dangerous, particularly when you've been coming down in the metals market, and we've been coming down since April 14th. Bottom line is that this baby started April 11th. April 11th, we're at 1375. You're 1241. What we've done out here this morning is that you got under the lows that we came off the low of, which was on the 3rd of July. Looks to me like we're going to reject that area. We're real close. That's the bottom line. We have lighter volume happening. We're at 244,000 contracts. You're going into 297,000. What we do want to see, and this is where this thing's going to, that is a close deal, is that we got down to 1236.20. Well, 1238.80 is the number you want to keep your eye on. I mean, I would love to see this basically rally into the close. You know, we'll see how that shakes out. What we certainly did have is that the dollar hasn't been able to hold price all day, but yet that still hasn't helped the gold contract. We go over and take a look at the silver market. Silver market's trading $15.80. When we have with silver out here, silver also got under the low that was established out there last on the 2nd of July also. $15.80. We're laying at $15.81. And volume-wise, let's see what we have out here. So this is a test, too, on lighter volume. We'll get a whole price. You know, we're talking about 74,000 versus 82. In both cases, you're laying at the lower end of these lows, which is not great. Oil's trading $70.75. What you had with oil out here this week, even if we take this and we put this now on a continuous contract, because we can lay out the weeks right now, what you're going to see on the continuous contract is that this baby came down hard. You know, we came down from 74.70 to 69.23. Notes and bonds, bottom line, still want higher price. Pretty amazing how they're setting up, actually. The 30-year bond is at 145.23. It's 145.28. That is the swing high from May. I expect we're going to just kind of lay out here into the close, and next week we'll go after that swing high once again. The 10-year, we take a look at the 10-year. The 10-year has been building cause to get up into that level. That is basically not laying off today. It's laying right underneath the consolidation that the 10-year has been in since the 22nd of June. And we'll see how this shakes out. Bottom line is that it's gunning for this 121.03, which was also the high of May 30th. When we take a look at the yield, we're at 2.829 right now. The last 3 months, the high was 3.11, the low was 2.75. King dollar. So King dollar here, bottom line, got up into the exact 95 level once again, and bottom line just gave it up. DXU8. So we'll see how this shakes out coming into next week. You know, this 95 level, the King dollar's been trying to take this out, folks, going all the way back to May 29th. If we take a look at this, and I put this on a continuous contract also, and you'll see that this level here, it's not that it's a huge amount of resistance, but it's having a hard time getting over it. That level was the highs of October, November of 2017, 95.070. We've been up here since, let's see, we've been up here 8 weeks. 8 weeks trying to get into this level. Each and every time, thus far, it's got up there and it's given it up. So what it also is, too, it's not just that aspect of that swing level there. It's actually going into where it was trading from 2015, from March of 2015, going all the way over to November of 2016. Huge amount of flack, no doubt about that. If we go take a look at the euro in correlation to that, what you have with the euro, what the euro did do out here today is that the euro rejected lower price once again. Bottom line, you know, we'll see if the euro can get any traction. Same as the dollar's been consolidating for a long period of time at the highs. You've had the euro consolidating at the lows since May 28th. Some of the high volume equities out here, and this will be a low volume market out here today, is that you got Bank of America down 29 cents. You got Marabell off 61. Cisco Systems is down $1.87. We got, let's see. Microsoft's up $1. That's a big move. Microsoft was up $2 yesterday. Broadcom's down an additional $7. You have Netflix off $15. Amazon, we go take a look at Amazon. Amazon is just going. Amazon's $1,807, up $11. And when you actually take a look for the week, if you want to see a weekly bar on Amazon, it's pretty amazing. We went from we went up almost $100. We went up $99. Went up from $1,716 to $1,815. It's pretty intense. That's 1 week. 1 week, folks. Google. We go take a look at Google and see where Google's at here. Google, yep, I think she just broke all-time highs. Let me just see this. Yeah, she did. Broke all-time highs today. 1195, 41. Now, Google had taken its time at the bottom of this consolidation. The rest of the market had already moved. This consolidation has been on for a long period of time. Let's see. We know it's 6 months. It's even longer than that. So this consolidation, no, 6 months. This consolidation has been on since January 1st of this year. And it's a monster. The width is huge. The top of this is that 1185 to 1195 and lows out at 980. And Google was the first one to test its high volume low from February. 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 104. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are up 5. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 105. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are up 5. And, you know, when you take a look at the SPY had a shot today to basically do a breakout like the NDX did, but just hasn't got the juice. And where that came from, folks, is that the banks come out with numbers this morning. They were good numbers. Bottom line is that they're not getting any traction. JP Morgan is trading sideways all day. He had a low of 105. He had a high of 107. But when you bottom line look at this, absolutely zero traction. So you're making a fortune. You get zero traction. That's not a good setup going forward. Citigroup, same setup. Citigroup is down $1.16. Difference in Citigroup now, you know, JP Morgan's really going sideways. It's at lows, but it's going sideways. Citigroup's at lows, but you get a big expansion of volume. Citigroup was $67.34. You're down $1. Volume exploded here. You know, we were trying to hit highs last week at 17 million. You get 29 million on the way down. So I expect we're going to go after the $64 level. Right now you're at 67. Wells Fargo, bottom line, Wells Fargo's trading down 53 cents. It's almost saving itself. You know, it came into the gap. Wells Fargo had a gap, $53.83. It came down to $53.63 and rejected the gap. So Wells Fargo looks like the chart's somewhat of a mess, but bottom line, it looks like that is going to build cause to trying to get into its major downdraft from that February 9th level. That's the benchmark out there, February 9th. Let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is going to be coming out with numbers on the 17th. And we have a Goldman right now. Bottom line is that this thing is way off its highs. It's 226, 275 is the number. And we'll take a look at the highest weighting structure inside the financials, which is Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway right now is trading $190. That is up 98 cents, but that's kind of in a mess too. The XLE, let's go take a look at the XLE. What we had out here this week is that you had oil go south. And the XLE is still struggling to basically get up to the top of its consolidation. That top is 79. You're at 76.35 right now. It doesn't look like it basically is going to make it. We got up to the price point today, this week rather, of 78. You back down. The 78 on a weekly basis has 62 million, while you're going into 96 million. And you had made it not quite to the top of that May bar, but you made it up higher than the last 6 weeks, and you gave it up, and you gave it up in spades, that is saying that you're going to go into lower price. If we go to ExxonMobil, we look at ExxonMobil, which is coming out with their numbers on July 27th. Also no traction out here. Chevron, we take a look at Chevron. Chevron's coming out also on the 27th. And Chevron's still just trading flat. We'll see. This is what's pretty intriguing too, folks. We had the oil market come down Wednesday in an incredible way, right? The oil numbers had come out. The drawdown was larger, so when they first come out, bottom line went up about $1.50. Then, within about 5 hours, the baby was down a good $4. And it's like, okay, where's all that selling come from? Well, we'll see how this shakes out, because let's see who's saying what here. Bloomberg just reported out here a couple hours ago that the Trump administration is actively considering tapping into the nation's energy supply of crude as political pressure grows to rein in rising gasoline prices. No decision has been made to release crude from the 660 million barrel stockpile known as the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but options under review range from 5 million barrel test sale to a larger release of 30 million barrels. The national unleaded gasoline price rose this week to $2.89. The thing that's pretty wild is that when you get selling, that was one of the largest sell downs in 1.5 years. It's like, okay, did someone know that the administration was working on basically opening that up? And that's how the sell down started, and they just accelerated it. When we do look at gasoline, unleaded gasoline right now, this is wholesale, is at $2.10. The high of the last 3 months is at $2.26. We're at $2.10. Let me just look at this for a second. So that had come down hard on Wednesday. It's kind of hanging tough, though. It's kind of hanging tough at this number. So we'll see where that is going to shake out. But the gasoline market actually looks more solid than the crude oil market. That's how it seems to be setting up. Let's go over and take a look at Netflix, NFLX. Now, at Netflix, bottom line, it's only down $15, $397. We put this on a weekly. It's like it hasn't even moved, meaning that, yeah, you get a $397 stock, you're down 15, not the end of the world. Microsoft has had a good week out here. Microsoft did break topside, has more juice underneath it today. Microsoft this week went from $101 to $105. That's what's putting juice inside this NDX 100 in a huge way. Apple, let's go over to Apple and take a look at Apple. Apple right now is trading at 191. The all-time high is 194. Apple comes out with their numbers on the 31st of July. There's no reason it's not going to probably go for it. We'll see how this shakes out. Apple has also been up at this level since the May 7th. And yeah, May 7th. We've been up at that level since May 7th. We go take a look at the some of the higher volume stocks out here. Let's see what else we have. We have Oracle's up 52 cents. You get Starbucks up at 126. That finally caught a small bid. Broadcom is down $7. Broadcom's absolutely getting killed since they said they're going to take over CA. Broadcom has, on Wednesday, Broadcom was trading 247. You're at 202. You put this is a large, I think it just broke with volume. It broke everything. So, yeah, we did. So you can make the case that you got 285, 60, 285, 65. Whoa. Okay, so it already did. Right where we're at right now is already an ABC down. Broadcom, though, looks like it wants to go to 143. That'd be quite a hit. We were trading out at 285 in November. And you can see there's not much. Broadcom took off like a rocket ship August of 2015. It was trading $100. Never stopped until it went up to 285. And that was just a small break because we actually bring Broadcom back to June of 2013, you're talking about $35 stock. So big numbers out here. If we go over to CA, you're going to see one equity lost it all, the other equity picked it up. The other equity being the company that they're going to buy. They're buying CA this week. You talk about an acceleration. This is like a rocket ship. CA went from $36 to $44, and that is definitely at all-time highs. And well, actually, it's not an all-time high. Interesting. So, in 2000, it was at 79. Pretty wild. 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 94. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are up 4. Gold contract down 5.30. Silver off 15 cents. Notes and bonds. 10-year note up 6 ticks. 30-year bond up 14. King dollar down 54 ticks. Stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man, Mr. Dave White.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up by 93. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are up 4. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 30 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Dave's got a great program every trading day right here, 3 to 4 East. 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance and the Tech Insider. You can come over to our website, test drive both of them right here, right now. The way you do that, go to TFNN, go to newsletters. If you'd like to see the, first you can go to trading newsletters, you see the Path of Least Resistance. You can go to investment newsletters for the Tech Insider. Check both of them out, 30-day money back guaranteed. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I forgot to say it on my show today, so I wanted to bring it up on yours. And that was, I was talking about a study about how rich the richest guy in the world is, besides Putin. No one knows how much money he has. Some people think 500 billion. But the known richest man in the world now, Bezos.
Yes.
If you compared his wealth to Rockefeller, what do you think, adjusted for inflation, what do you think it would be?
Oh, I don't know. This is good trivia, though. I like it. Tell me.
Rockefeller, his pile would be a little bit bigger than Bezos. Bezos is basically adjusted for inflation about 1/3 of what Rockefeller had. So if you want to know how rich Rockefeller was in his day, he was twice as rich, or he had twice as much more. Yeah, 200% more than Bezos does today. I thought that was kind of interesting. That you know, we all think, yeah, he's pretty rich, but you know what?
Nothing like the barons of the 30s. Yeah, and everyone else in the world was poorer too. I mean,
yeah. I think that there was a lot of that, but there was.
Wow.
He was like the 1/10 percenter, right?
Yeah.
Not the 1%.
Yeah.
He was
1/100. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting, especially with Amazon up here at its heights. One of the things that happened, at least in the 80s, was a guy named Kringley, and it wasn't his real name. He had a pen name in a magazine called InfoWorld. It was kind of the Bible of computing each week.
Sure.
Before there were.
I remember InfoWorld. Yeah.
There were before bulletin boards and you know, websites and everything like that. You kind of waited for your copy of InfoWorld to show up to figure out what was going on and what's going to happen and what the rumors were. He basically had a rumor column in the back of the magazine, and why everybody kind of read the rest of it somewhat. The thing that everybody went to was his column, because if you wanted to drop a dime on people doing horrible things, you could fax anything you wanted to him to his home office, and he never showed anybody anything. And all the dirty little secrets of Silicon Valley came pouring out in that article, or in that
column
each week. So you knew what was going on and inside the thing. There's really not a single person like that does it today. Although he did write probably one of the single best books about technology. And I think if you wanted to trade technology, I always recommend it as one of the books. It's called The Accidental Empires.
Okay.
And it basically goes through the early days from about 1978 all the way through the mid-90s of how these guys actually became rich and powerful, and how accidental a lot of it was for them.
Wow.
And you know, everybody wants to. In hindsight, everybody seems, you know, these guys are incredibly smart. Most of them were incredibly lucky, and you know, things went a different way. Could have been different. But anyway, it reminds me, because now there's a French entrepreneur who's going to make prizes and financial and legal support available for people that rat out people that do horrible things in the tech sector again. And it you know, I guess it was a lot easier 30 years ago to drop a fax in and get away with it. Now everybody can track your emails and everything else. But he's set up this non-profit organization in France, and we're probably going to see a little, you know, now that people can think that maybe there at least be a little help if they want to tell about something that is untoward that their employers are doing, at least in Silicon Valley. There's going to be a way that we're going to start hearing about it. And it's always been good to have an outlet for these guys. You get in, a lot of people, the ethics get challenged at one time or another. But
doesn't it seem like, it seems like now, you know, that it's not even the hackers anymore, right? I mean, when you look
it's
at
the people.
when you look at
insiders.
Exactly. When you look at the Facebooks, Apples, and all that, Googles, right? I mean, the reality is that they can scrape all our emails, right? They can scrape our phones. They have the data. right? I mean, then it's like, okay, because how we get followed around the advertising folks, you know, it's always been there the last, let's say, 3 or 4 years, but it seems like it's accelerating. It seems like sometimes I feel like I write an email and then all of a sudden I'm getting like advertisements up to buy something that I'm writing an email about. Do you know what I mean? It's like, man, is it that intense? You know?
It is. They're selling real-time data. In fact, the thing that I hate about Gmail right now, and I'm using it a whole lot less, is that I almost always get some kind of spam phone call right after I've sent an email, and it is not accidental.
Yeah, that's intense, man.
And so I know that they're selling the data to somebody that's maybe even selling it to somebody else.
Yeah.
But they know when I just sent an email. And
in real time. Yeah, exactly.
Well, within 30 seconds or a minute,
right.
I'm getting one of these robocalls out there. You know, generally I know that somebody, you know, with that phone number is probably not calling me at this time. Right?
Yeah, but, I'm with you, man. Because we're doing, folks, we're building a new website right now that's, you know, going to be really cool. And what has ended up happening between me and Tommy just emailing back and forth, and someone else, I'm saying to myself, this is crazy how this works. I hit the email, then, you know, and you're talking about things that you normally wouldn't be buying right away. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, because, you know, as you're doing this, wild, man.
Well, you know, even if you're using your own server, like you are.
Right.
The ISP can be looking through your email and selling it.
Right.
So you have to not only worry about Google, you have to worry about your local ISP. You have to worry about everybody that they deal with who may get your data, and then that's kind of it. So anyway, I know we're going to come back here in a minute. Broadcom, I heard you talking about Broadcom.
Computer Associate, I know.
I want your opinion. I'm going to get back into it. I know we're going to go to break here in a second. But I kind of opined yesterday that maybe Broadcom / Avago may be more and closer to Valiant in the way that these guys are continuing to go after companies. The one on this one was just so egregious in that Computer Associates does nothing for Broadcom.
Right.
And why would you pay up for that? And I guess we'll talk about that when we come back.
Dave, I suspect what Dave's talking about, folks, when you had Valiant, okay, what was going on, the pharmaceutical, the bottom line is that you had to just keep building and building and buying so no one could catch up with you, the books.
Look at the PE during the break on Avago.
No, will do. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
A Rubik's Cube offers more than 100 million starting positions, resulting in 43 billion potential twists and turns. Yet this puzzle can be solved in 20 moves. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, and knowing the right move makes all the difference in the world. And on Thursday, July 19th at 4:15 p.m., I'll share with you the 3 essential tools behind my #1 ranking by Timer Digest for the S&P 500. This 30-minute event is being hosted by Ninja Trader, and it's open to everyone in our listening audience. At this event, I'll share with you the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that subscribers I use to identify tops and bottoms, as well as Stevie's red line and the market profiles that I use. The sign-up link is on the homepage of TFNN.com and requires nothing more than your name and email address. To help celebrate my #1 market timing ranking, we're making Mastering Probability available to anyone in our listening audience for the next 30 days with a free money-back guarantee, whether you've subscribed in the past or not. Make your move now by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com and sign up for Thursday's workshop, as well as my free newsletter trial offer.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking markets. We're talking right now. Broadcom, is going to bottom line take over CA, Computer Associates, and what. This is what's so unique in this one. Broadcom, bottom line, wanted to get its hands on Qualcomm. That would have still kept Broadcom in the same business, where Broadcom's been buying huge amounts of business. They went from $4 billion 5 years ago to, I believe, let's see, it's a monster number right now. They're at revenue-wise, yeah, 20 billion. So they went from 4 to 20 billion in 5 years. This time, though, Dave, they're getting in a different business. Computer Associates is not in their business.
Yeah, they want from 2010 to being 3% of their market to now being somewhere around 30% of the market.
Really?
Broadcom.
Okay.
Yeah, all through acquisitions.
Yep.
Not very much growth.
Right.
And that just makes me think is Valiant all over, especially when you look at how difficult the books are to dig through on Broadcom. A lot of short sellers were on Broadcom for years, talking about this issue. I don't know how much they are right now, but a lot of them said, it's not that far. All you got to have is some really bad buys in a few of those things to take down the entire house of cards. And just the idea that you have to buy something seems to me almost a better signal than buying something that was in their wheelhouse, but maybe too expensive.
Well, the thing that's intriguing is that I can understand, the theory behind it. What ends up happening, some of these Wall Street guys, bottom line, they just roll everything up. And that's what the guy's trying to do, and he's done a good job of it, right? Now, going into Computer Associates, though, right, maybe he's going to start rolling up the software, business. Because Computer Associates, I have the numbers up here, and bottom line is that they got the subscription and maintenance is down 2%, services are down 2%, software fees and others, though, you can see that's a big number. They're growing by 19% there. So,
yeah, but a company that's I still think that it would be a good idea if it works. But a company that is 99% hardware buying a software company always gives me the chills.
No, I agree. No, I think, I think that's why the market smoked them, folks.
Yeah, I think, you can say that for a vote. The thing that always worries me, though, is that you get somebody come along in this, especially in the computer industry, and they get bought out, and all the great people leave because they don't like the new people running the show, because, of course, Broadcom will send somebody over there that's their guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there won't be a lot of growth opportunities for Computer Associates to go up the channel because they'll want their own guys in there. So you lose all the great talent, which is the whole reason why you kind of bought the company in the first place.
Yeah,
So,
interesting. Right. And then it happens over and over and over again, right?
yeah, so that's why buyouts generally don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Stealing apples. Okay, so tell me about this.
Okay, last Saturday night, there was an arrest at the San Francisco airport. An Apple employee who said he was quitting and going back to China to help his ailing mother actually was walking out with every secret that Apple had for their self-driving car. And it's kind of interesting because now we found out that through the week about what Apple's self-driving car business is like.
Okay.
And they got a lot of problems. Some of the documents out there that had to be put into the court records this week show that if Apple's self-driving car drove across time change lines, the car would quit.
Interesting. Okay.
There were a bunch of other things out there that also showed that I think Apple itself has kind of said that it's not going to be in this business any longer. But you were talking about watching employees and everything else. Well, that's exactly what these guys did. They saw this guy downloading everything in the world and called the FBI. They kind of, I guess this guy kind of figured out fairly quickly that they were on to him. He bought a ticket for to go back to China about an hour before the plane left, and they drove over there and grabbed the guy.
And my understanding too is that the company see, there's a company right in Silicon Valley that I think that they said he was stealing for that company. It's a Chinese company right in Silicon Valley.
No, it was going to be a Chinese company. He was going back. They found out that he was going. He's already apparently embedded.
Yeah, no, but I think that same company's right in Silicon Valley too. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the article I read just said that he was going back to work in China and flying back and literally going to work next week for the company, even though he told Apple that he was just going to go back to his ailing mother. But you know, they're espionage, or at least this kind of stuff, kind of interesting. But it apparently looks, at least from all the documents so far, that Apple's self-driving car business was pretty poor, and they're years away from even being close to what's available today.
Yeah,
so,
well, I mean, more than likely it's Tesla and Google, right? That's what it seems like.
And,
you know?
and maybe a few others, but
yeah, well, no, there has to be GM. No, I'm with you there, right?
Well, I'm going to say the only company that's making money in self-driving cars right now is Intel. They got the only contract actually field self-driving technology at any scale whatsoever, and that was the Mobileye division. They got a contract, 4 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago, for 8 million cars for BMW and Mercedes.
Yeah.
So as far as anybody actually making any money or having a signed contract, that's it so far. I guess Tesla does it internally themselves, so that they're really not selling something outside their own bailiwick.
Right.
But as far as we can tell from the outside, that's kind of it. Really unclear what General Motors is using or doing. Maybe it's internally themselves, but of course we're going to see so much. And one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up, because it dovetails into the next article, which is Tesla sold its 200,000th car, and that triggers the countdown of the end of all tax credits for Tesla.
I see. Okay, so let's look at this. So Tesla customers who take delivery on their cars, regardless of whether model S, X, or 3 between now and December 31st, will be eligible for the $7,500 credit from the IRS. After that, let's see.
Next year will be $3,750 or half that.
Okay, I see.
Right, and then we get to the next time, and it's half of that again, $1,875, and then by the time we get to 2020, it's zero. So now the other companies coming behind Tesla will be able to offer their customers tax credits on the same deal to some level. So actually Tesla is going to be losing its tax credits while other companies are actually coming on with tax credits.
That's
So,
interesting. Hey, listen for this. I just want to switch gears for a second. But we talk electric cars. This is a wild one. WeWork just came out and is saying that they can save the environment quicker than Elon Musk, because this startup, folks, okay, they have 6,000 people. They just announced that they're no longer going to let their employees expense meat. And meat, I know, seriously, man. Pretty wild. Stay right there. Dave and I come right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 83, Nasdaq up 2, S&P's up 3. Talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. Let's see, drug-smelling chip.
Yep. A lot of estimates say in the last year we've gone from if someone got pulled over by the police at night, if they're under the influence of something, most of the time it was alcohol for all the number of years. Now it is more likely that they're using some other drug other than alcohol and are impaired. And the cops are screaming for some way, non-invasive way, for finding out, and arresting these folks and getting them off the street. And of course, basically the Supreme Court ruling is you've got to have a fairly high standard to get a blood test out of folks.
Okay.
But, giving a breathalyzer, they figure that that's not invasive, right? You're not sticking a needle in somebody's arm.
Okay.
So that's much lower. And the idea of being able to get some kind of breathalyzer for all of the other drugs much higher. But anyway, the University of Buffalo of Engineering and Applied Science has shown a chip that would do this. And I think you probably remember how nuts Taser was when that came on. And,
oh yeah.
A variety, some other ones. So
does this chip? Would this chip get like people, on, pharmaceutical drugs, opiates? Are we talking
yes.
pot? Oh, that's intense,
no,
man.
Everything. Literally, they can tailor it to any kind of drug. So,
that's kind of weird. And that's right. And so the chip. Do you know how it works by any chance?
Yeah, it's kind of a spectro analysis, i.e., they use light to split it up into all the subgroups of. Do
you have to blow into something? Or how do they?
Yeah.
I see.
It is. It's going to be like a breathalyzer for drugs.
I see.
So
wow.
It'll work real good. It has the ability to take the chemicals and break them into the spectrum and say, okay, here's this one's spiking here. This is spiking
Man,
here.
there's so many people on pharmaceuticals. There won't be any more cars left on the road.
I hope so. They all seem like they're driving at me.
Have a great weekend, Dave. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Folks, have a great and safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right here, Monday morning. Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.